Hey, what's up guys, Lux here bringing you a new video, and today we're back with another Lego Minecraft to actual Minecraft video. Finally, we're getting around to the 2021 set lineup for the summer wave. And here we have the first set we actually took a look at. This is set 21173, the Sky Tower. A pretty fun one to recreate. I actually did it on stream. With this one, when you compare it from the Lego set to the actual build here that I recreated, you can see a few differences. You can see that scale isn't like the most accurate thing here, but obviously we're going to get into that in a little bit, as well as how much it really contains compared from Lego to the actual game here. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. And as always, first we're going to start off with the minifigures. And first off, here in front of us, we got the pilot figure in her full glory. Here I recreated her, and obviously she comes with a couple accessories, being the trident as well as the firework, as you can see in the Lego set as well, being represented there. And in game, obviously I gave her the same things with a couple more accessories, that being the boots and pants, along with an elytra and a netherite helmet to top it all off. So yeah, that's pretty much her in her full glory. Tried to recreate the skin here as accurately as possible, and I think it came out pretty well. A pretty neat figure all around. Proud of how this one came out, and you know, obviously fits the set pretty well, especially being a pilot figure with the elytra and the firework, because as I mentioned in the review itself, you can both use the trident and the firework to fly with the elytra, depending on weather conditions and how many fireworks she has, of course. If you're that much of an expert, I'm sure you guys are fully aware of that too. Don't have to show it off here, but yeah, something real fun they included there. Moving on, next up here we'll take a look at the star inclusions of this set. Obviously this being the Phantoms here. There's the first set that they debuted in, so you can see in game, very detailed. We know how a Phantom looks, we know how annoying they get, but in game and in the Lego set, we can see how they try to represent them here. I think they did a pretty good job. The only downside is obviously significantly less detail, no printing on the back plate or the wings. Definitely a disappointing part, because when you look at the in-game counterpart version, you know, that's what gives it most of its characteristic or personality. This type of rib cage or bone structure surrounding it. But you know, they got the eyes right. Definitely could have asked for more, but in terms of obviously the representation here in Lego to Minecraft, disappointing. However, not surprised, and at least we're finally getting them, so we can say that in Lego form. Moving on, here we have the Garfield Cat, as I like to call it. It's just an orange striped cat. Finally getting this version of the one we see in game in Lego form. Pretty sure it's the first time we're seeing it. If not, either way, still a nice addition of a figure to get. We're getting a lot of cat figures, just trying to represent all of the ones they have in game. Hopefully they do that with other mobs as well. Like, I wouldn't mind multiple parrots or maybe even fish variants like the tropical ones. But yeah, not a bad figure either. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the figure category. Obviously nothing too stand out. The new figure in the pilot, very nice to look at here, as well as the Phantoms first being introduced here. Not a bad inclusion as well. But now let's take a look at the build. Obviously we've gone over the price range and things like that in my review, so if you're interested in that in more detail, check that out. But for now, we're going to be taking a look at how we represented it here. So first off, we're going to start from the left. Here we have the little farm in the sky. Now for the clouds, I use white terracotta because I think it looked pretty nice, pretty accurate here. We have the farm growing beetroots and potatoes, similarly as you see it in the Lego set as well. It's not that big of a, you know, room to work on. In fact, I feel like I would have trouble landing on this if I were flying around personally, but I guess the pilot figure gets it done. And in addition, here we have a composter with a tropical fish in it, because in the Lego set, as you can see, it includes an orange fish, and that's really the only item fish-wise that looks the most accurate. We've gone over this in the past, and here we have the little water stream going all the way down to the cloud. So yeah, pretty simple to recreate here. Definitely didn't have trouble. Looks pretty nice. In game, you know, I don't know how effective this would be, but it's up here. Moving on, here we have the little workstation, hut, hideout, whatever you want to call it. So first off, we're going to start off with the front. Here we have vines leading all the way down to the clouds. These vines can grow in any environment apparently, and you know, they're definitely a nice little aesthetic to see here. Moving more to the front, here we can see some blue lanterns here, obviously made from the blue torches that we get by going to another, so not bad at all. Here we have the light blue carpet to match the roof. We'll get to that in a bit. So obviously the outside of this, it's built to try to represent what the player, I feel, in Minecraft would actually use instead of maybe the exact coloration. I feel like the pillars, pretty accurate, using black stone walls. For the roof, using this blue nether wood as a roof. and all the way around, instead of using something like sand or sandstone to represent that smoothness that you can see in the Lego bricks. I think this is something that they'd probably use and something that they would probably have at this point. So yeah, I think that looks good as well. Makes sense that someone would build this in the sky in my eyes. So moving inside now, if we open the door, we can see what is in here. In the set, you would just remove the roof, obviously, given that it's, you know, a Lego set, not the actual game. But in here, we can actually take a look at what's inside. Here we have a crafting table, a furnace, an anvil under it, and an anvil over here. You can see in the Lego set that it does represent that with the anvil build, and is pretty accurate there, in my opinion, as well as the grindstone. So this is definitely an enchanting area slash repair shop, whatever you want to call it. Definitely has a few essential items to live up here besides the bed, which is why it would make sense that we see the phantoms outside. So, you know, it's keeping that lore pretty accurate. On the outside, we didn't go over the chimneys, so here's a chimney build. Pretty simple, using more of that blackstone to give off that black brick vibe. And up here, using a cauldron, because the set uses a cauldron build as the end of the chimney, and I think this also works in games, so not bad. And yeah, I think I represented it pretty well here, down to the clouds down here as well. Pretty happy with it, and it translates pretty well in my opinion. So yeah, moving on to the last structure here in the sky tower. Starting from the bottom, you can see the cloud and the vines leading down to it. Moving further up, here we have the foundation of the tower made out of end stone. Moving up, leading into that nether wood, the blue version. More pillars using the black stone until we reach all the way up here, which, as you can see, that it's not much of a tower in game. In Lego form, definitely looks like more of an established tower, in my opinion. Here in Minecraft, you can see it's, you know, very lackluster. Something, I mean, maybe if you're just gonna not use it and have it there visually, someone would definitely build this, but purpose-wise, doesn't seem to be very useful or that good. But representing it here in the Minecraft, I think pretty good. I did the best that I could, obviously still using the materials I think this player would use, especially at this stage. And if we're comparing it from Lego to Minecraft here, I think it came out pretty well. I think this was the designer's vision, and yeah, obviously translates pretty well into Minecraft. Who would have thought? Always love that feature. You can always bring Lego sets that Lego makes, and always bring them back into Minecraft in some form or another. Obviously with some creative liberty from the Lego sets, given that they have smaller pieces so they can get more intricate designs. But overall, pretty nice. But yeah, that has been the Sky Tower set in Minecraft. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited to keep doing more of these. Hopefully you guys will stick around for them. Obviously I've been doing them less consistently, at least not as consistent as I used to, but always going to be pumping this out whenever I get a chance. And yeah, anyways guys, if you enjoyed, you know what to do. Subscribe if you're new. Tell me any feedback maybe that you would have changed or you don't think looks as well. Like I mentioned, have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.